Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it's time for a new Flosstube. I know that this week's Flosstube, which is a YouTube channel about cross stitch, is really late. Today is currently Tuesday, June 7th, and that's partly because I just kept forgetting my whips at home, and so I couldn't record a Flosstube. Couldn't go back home and get my whips. I could have inserted pictures, but it's not really how I enjoy doing this. And so I was like, you know what, I'll just put it out a little late. We're just gonna talk about last week. We won't talk about yesterday and today, sort of. And that way I can put out my normal Flosstube this coming up Sunday. But in saying that, one of the pieces that I need to show you for last week, I have worked on since then. So you are gonna get a little sneak peek into this week just because, you know, the stitches are there. It's not like I can take them out or would want to. So, oh, and I'm missing one. Hold on. That one goes there. Organizing here. I need one more. There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this a little backwards than I have the last several videos, and I'm actually going to show you my daily 30 piece now. Again, this one's going to give you a sneak preview into this week because I do work on this piece every single day, but it's still going to have more before next week, so no big deal, right? So daily 30 was a group I was in. I am no longer in, but I like the concept of working on a project every day for 30 minutes. But mine, because I'm in groups where you need like a minimum of 100 stitches before you can turn in anything, it's kind of become my daily 100. Sometimes I do more than 100, but at least 100 stitches. Sometimes that takes me 30 minutes, sometimes it does not. So here's where we're at. My daily 30 piece is Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. This is on a 32 count Jubilant and Freya from Under the Sea Fabrics. And this is how far we've gotten. We got to the end of this block towards the end of May, and I started around, but I decided I really am enjoying the progress that this makes, and I am starting to feel that fire for finishing it. I don't know how long it's going to take because this is a fairly big piece, but I didn't want to quite give up on it yet. So we're gonna have this as our daily 30 for every day in June. So it's looking really good. I'm really excited. And I am not doing the full Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. I'm doing these 3 blocks. You can kind of see there's block number 1. There's block, it's technically block number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, depending on if you count this as 1 or 2. And then this is the big block in the middle that takes up 2 spots. So we are working on that every single day. Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. I'd like to say I'm updating regularly on Instagram, but I am not. So there's that. All right, so as we approach the end of May, so for this week's Flosstube, we're talking May 30th, 31st through the beginning of June. The last couple days of May, I had hit all my goals for the month, and I had just decided to pull out pieces that I hadn't worked on in a while, or I just knew needed a little bit of love. So the first one I picked for June 30th, or May 30th, I'm sorry, was Family Patchwork. This is the 2020 Modern Folk Embroidery style. And here's where I'm at. I've completed the January piece, which was up in this Q-snap and then like down to here. And then this, and then I didn't go over. So I think February and March over here. February, March, and April. This is either April or May. I don't know if it's 3 across or 4 across. And this is the bottom of that page. So now I'm just needing to go in and finish it up right over here, because that's one of the things I worked on this time when I stitched on it, was getting this border all the way down to the very end. And then I think I started on this, and I'm moving this down to the very bottom, and then just kind of moving over in that sense. So I am doing this with Silks for You Silks. I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but here's what it looks like. I did cut it into thirds, so it's beautiful colors. Comes out very nicely. So I put about 300 stitches into this. Nothing super major, but still it got worked on. So that is Family Patchwork. I don't know where it's at on its goals. I didn't look at goals before I started filming today. One of these hit its goal and is supposed to come off the Q-snap, but I don't remember which one it is. So then the next thing I worked on for May 31st, while I was, waiting for the new goals for the beginning of the month to come around, I started working on When I Saw from Peppermint Purple. And it says, when I saw you, I fell in love and you smiled because you knew. I did change the color palette on this, so mine doesn't look quite like that. And this is on 32 count Lugana and Sunny Breeze from Mystic Fabrics. Here's where we are. I worked mostly on, I had to finish up this little flag over here, and then I had like half of the L to do and started on the O. I ran out of this color, so I didn't finish it up. Not that I'm completely out of it, I just didn't want to have to go to my floss box. So I was like, I'm just gonna work with whatever flosses are still on the card. So that's why we kind of came over here without finishing this up. So it's looking really good. And again, I don't really know where it's at with its goal. I put over 300 stitches into it. So that was that. All right, and then so that was Monday and Tuesday. I really didn't do a lot of stitching on Wednesday. I pretty much just got my Shores of Hawker and Hollow goal completed. And then, yeah, I did stitch on Wednesday, but technically it was after midnight, so my counter counted it as Thursday, and I just went with it. So I almost had a day without stitching, if you don't include the fact that I was finishing up when I saw around midnight, and then I did do my shores. But there's that. So then it was Thursday, and I knew I had to work Friday night. So I was going to pull out my Shores of Hawker and Hollow. I'm now stuck on the shores thing. I was going to pull out my full coverage Friday piece on Thursday evening, so I was stitching on it into Friday morning, and it still counts as full coverage Friday. However, when I was sitting down to stitch Wednesday night, and like I said, it was after midnight, I said, well, if I'm gonna pull out Magic Study, that's what I decided on for full coverage Friday. If I'm gonna pull that out tonight, I might as well pull it out now and see what I can get into it. So that's what I did. So I picked full Magic Study by Rose something. I don't remember her name. Just pulled that off. This bag may be a little too tight for this project. All right. I don't remember the name of the artist, but it's a Heaven and Earth Designs. It was a special edition, limited time. I think you can get a version of it now, but it won't be the same version we received. But yeah, so here's where I'm at. I ended up, over the course of Thursday morning, Thursday evening, and Friday morning, put in 600 stitches. Yeah, because I started on this block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 600 stitches. So that's not bad. And it is one of my categories for June, which is full coverage. So it needs another 600 before I can put it up. So probably this Friday I'll work on it for full coverage Friday. And then after that, we need to pull out Mini Phantom of the Masquerade, and we need to pull out Mini Alice and Dolly Dream. So that should fill up most of my month. I also have Retreat and Reunion, so I don't know if I'll get all my goals, but it'll be worth a shot. All right, so there is that. I do have to check that text message real quick because my husband, it might be work related. Oh, yes, but not important. Okay, so what's next? All right, so I did work on that, and then Friday night while I was at work, I will say I had a rough night. I was having a high anxiety day, and the storm blew in, and so while the storm didn't scare me, I was more focused on what was going around me than sitting down and stitching. So all I got done that night was Shores of Hawkrun Hollow. I got my 200, well, I got the 100 for Friday night, and then I went ahead and did Saturday's 100 after midnight, and then that was all. So then Saturday night, I did get a little bit more stitching time, and I pulled out Temperature Butterflies. So to get them caught up, I had, I think, like 5 days to catch up on. Wasn't massive, but you know. So I got all of May's Butterfly complete. And at the time, it was like the 3rd. It was the 4th. So I had the temperatures for the first 3 days in June, but I didn't have enough black with me in order to do all the border stitching that I would need to be able to find the days that I could stitch on. And even if I just stitched until the end of the strand, like I couldn't turn it in. It wouldn't be enough stitching to turn in for anything. So I stopped here. But we are staying caught up. This is May completed. And we're in June. Today is the 7th. I'm only a week behind. Shouldn't take too long to get caught up. So the one thing I have to say is you pretty much need the butterfly completely outlined, because she goes back and forth, like June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd, June 4th. And the problem with that is I'll probably let it get further behind in trying to do it, because I don't like the going back and forth and back and forth. So I like to kind of do the one side and then the other. So it's okay though. We're going to stay caught up enough that at the end of the year, we'll just be throwing the stitches in the last day of the month, and then we'll be done for the year. So I think technically it won't be finished till next year, but I'll probably put in the colors like at the end of the night. I usually wait until the next day to make sure whatever numbers I'm seeing were the official numbers, but at the end of the year, we probably won't matter. This is on 32 count Lugana in Adobe from Mystic Fabrics. And the pattern is Temperature Butterflies from Stitch and Mommy. So I'm super excited that we're keeping up with that sale. All right, and then the last thing I worked on last week, I worked on Sunday. I started to work on Sunday. Okay. I pulled Temperature Butterflies back out while I was here. And I'm trying to remember. No, I take that back. I was going to pull out my Nordic Winter Band Sampler, because the first had come and it was time to do the new piece, another sale I'm keeping up with. And I didn't have the threads with me to be able to do it. I keep them in one of these like orc catcher things. You fold it open when you're working, and you throw your orts on it, and it kind of keeps them where they're supposed to be, and then you can close it up. I kept the threads in one of those that was supposed to stay in the bag with the project, and it somehow got misplaced. So I didn't have that. So I was like, okay, well, the only other thing I have with me is another one of my category pieces, and that is something I haven't stitched on yet in 2022. So for this one, I chose, and I actually have several, so I need to get on the ball with touching everything. Why is that needle just sticking there like that? I don't know. So I picked Living with Charm from Lizzie Kate. Y'all don't see much of this one. I don't know why I dread working on this one. I think because I had a bad experience when I first started it. But now, like, the stitching I've done over the last couple days has just been breezing by. When I started, I had one flower and piece of leaf left on Love. And then Remember and Give are all new. I put over 1,000 stitches into this in the last 3 days. On 40 count in the truck with crap lighting. But it's just been a breeze. It's 1/2. So I don't know why it has not felt the love that it should. But I needed 1,200 stitches for it, as it is one of the categories, and we're at 1,000. So I'll stitch on it more. I am gonna give it a break for tonight, but yeah, we're gonna get some more. I want to finish Give before I put it away, and I want to say that makes us halfway, or maybe just below halfway. I can't remember if there's 8 or 10 words. I think there's 10. So, and this is on 40 count, something from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's a linen, and but I don't remember the name of it, and I know it's Under the Sea Fabrics. So there's that. All right, so that gets us caught up for this week. I don't feel like it was one of my better stitching weeks, because there were nights where it would take me so long to finally sit down and stitch that I just didn't get as much progress as I would have liked. So where are we at? What are my numbers for, hold on, let me pull this out, or pull it up, because I didn't write it down. Is this it? Nope. Okay, so my total stitches for this month were 18,258. That is my second best month this year, with February beating it out, 18,852, which is much more impressive because there's only 28 days in May. Or in February, I mean. Why do I have 30 numbers? I mean, I need to go back and look at February. I may not have that entered correctly. Oh, no. It's because, okay, yeah. So, 28 days. That averages to 588 stitches a day, which is pretty good. I still have an entire year without one day of actually missing any stitching. There's a couple days where it feels like, because I only got like 100 stitches or whatever in, but I actually have not gone a full day without stitching on anything. Okay, so like this last week, really not a lot went on. My daughter went out of town at the beginning of the week with my dad, and spent all of last week and most of this week, because he didn't get put on the schedule till Thursday. Out of town with them. We had nice lazy, our days off. We were off, I was off 4 days last week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. Just really, we did some stuff around the house, but for the most part, we were just relaxing. There wasn't a whole lot going on. Ryan started summer school this week. That's really it. I don't have a lot of life update. It's summer. Yay! I hate the heat, but I love that, you know, the kids are out of school, and, well, until Ryan started summer school. Yeah. So, plans this week. We're already halfway through it. I would like to stream a couple days this week, but we're still figuring out the technical details of that. So, I don't know exactly when. So I'm going to have my link down below, and if you're interested in possibly checking it out or joining me, just click that link, click the follow button. It will let you know when I go live. It also goes live on YouTube, so if you want to check it out. I've been finding cross stitchers left and right on Twitch. I do not know if they are in the Facebook communities. I could not tell you if they make YouTubes, but I do know that I've been discovering a lot of new people and really enjoying the live conversation. Just feeling like I constantly have somebody here and talking. So that Twitch has been an interesting experience. It is only a live streaming platform as far as I'm aware. I'm learning new things all the time, so you never can tell what you're going to experience because I don't know until I'm doing it. I got a new camera for this week, and other devices that are going to help me be able to stitch, and you watch my stitching while I stitch, so I'm super excited to try that out. So definitely the first stream will be stitching. So that's it for plans this week. Stitching, I'm gonna work on my categories, so I think Celebrate Christmas is gonna come out, and excuse me, I'm not sure what else. I really didn't think today through well enough. Okay, well that's it. That's all I've got for you this week. I don't really have any shop updates because I haven't received. I received some Karen water lilies because I placed an order a while back, and these were on back order, so they came in the mail. They're super beautiful, but it's only one of like 5 that I ordered, so I have to wait for the rest to come in before I get those sent out. Otherwise, anything recent is in the May folder right now. There's still stuff in the April folder. I haven't started June folder yet because I haven't ordered anything yet this month. Doodlebugs Creations has new fabrics in there. Plus, I re-photographed some of her older fabrics because I felt like they weren't selling because of the pictures. And then my sister, oh my goodness, Dragonfly Dreams Designs has scissor fobs and needle minders. I have scissors in there. I have Q-snaps. I have all kinds of things. So if you want to check it out, the link will be below. It is a Facebook page. It is, you go and find the picture and you say me please. I do have a website. I know that a couple people have mentioned they think I'm getting a website or whatever. I do have a website where I will put things that have been in the group for a while and haven't sold. So the Facebook group is always going to get first choice at what I bring in, because it's just easier for me. I'm still learning the website, and so there's a lot of nerves there. So a Facebook group first. This week I'll be putting anything in the April album I will be putting on the website to make sure that it's another platform for more people to access it. I won't be putting the fabrics up there though, because that's a my daughter thing. And then what was I gonna say? There was something else. Oh, we now have pinned to the top a monthly wish list. If there's anything you got your eye out there for, or you would just like to see in the shop, you are not required to purchase just by putting something on the wish list, but you do get it reserved for you. So if it comes in and you want to purchase it, you get first option. And if you don't, that's all you have to let me know, and then I'll put it out there for everybody. So yeah, that is it for me this week. I hope y'all have if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found something that has piqued your interest and keeps you coming back for more. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back week after week. I really appreciate the love and support. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all the ways that you show you love me, and I will see y'all next week.